crap.
Yeah.
And now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting nature.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shador.
Right, it's about to
You know Deion
already
none of that.
We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's
It's
all
like, when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He puts him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? Oh, 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undisputed. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real. This is what I do. Somebody go rebound.
This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear from a player because they played the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail. Okay, you know what, big dog? Yes. I'm light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Wow. What's crackin' like it, Maggin? We back at it like we ain't never stopped doing it. Oh my goodness, what's going on with y'all? How y'all doing? Beat it up in the comments. Talk that talk, walk that walk. We are here right now, and shots are being fired everywhere. So Kevin Durant, duck.
Argument was about AAU basketball, which is a completely different argument than the Black American thing.
Ooh, we still got what? 2 more days of Black History Month, so we gonna lean into it, as they say out there in the political sphere. All right, so we're talking about Kevin Durant and his criticism. You can see the quote at the bottom. All I hear is AAU is destroying the game. The Euros do it right while the Americans do it wrong. It's a lot of with that. I can read between the lines on that. It's a shot at Black Americans, right? So we started off AAU, little itty bitties out there, all colors, all races, but we know a little bit of a lean into the Black community. And then it ends at a shot at the Black community. Jay Williams, decipher.
I think whenever you bring race into something like this, it hijacks the conversation and takes away from the initial point, right? So to me, frankly, it felt like a little bit like a racist victimhood mentality, frankly, and it concerned me a tad, right? Because I think critiquing a development system is not critiquing a race.
Bingo. Okay. Now, if you really want to squint, and you shouldn't have to squint that much, but if you really want to take a look at what AAU is, how dare anybody claim it for their race? You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? First of all, do you even know that AAU, the Amateur Athletic Union, was not necessarily, let's just say, flooded and populated by us? Wow. It was starting and when it was really rolling in the beginning stages. Now, it has evolved, and obviously we talk about it and it becomes synonymous with a race. But that's what's dangerous. I always talk about these choice words that are synonymous with a race. Here's one, hood. I grew up in Compton. It used to be all black. Now I'm going to block, it's all Mexican. And then like one black family, and that's my family. It's crazy. So you poor, underserved, underprivileged. Just think about when you say some of these choice words, where does your mind lean? Where does it go?
And we're talking about development systems for Americans. Americans. It's so AAU, which has been monopolized by shoe companies and by handlers and by, institutions that try to make it where it extracts value. And I get that predominantly players in the NBA are African American, but there are also a lot of players in the NBA and around the country that are Caucasian and involved in the same developmental structure, right, of AAU basketball.
So what happened when, like he said, the white players go through the AAU? I know they own our team. We got white players. We got some Middle Eastern players. We got everything on our team, Latinos. And what happened when they turn out and they don't know the fundamentals? You're going to say it's a black thing? Say AAU thing? We're going through the same thing.
Compared to the likes of overseas where it's more institutionalized, where there's more structure, there's more focus on the basic fundamentals of the game. Now, the thing that really bothered me ultimately about the comment is that we've heard American players talk about this for the longest time. Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, 2015, Kobe Bryant literally said European players are taught how to play the game the right way. They grow up learning fundamentals, spacing, footwork, and how to read the floor. In the U.S., we teach athleticism first. Over there, they teach skill and IQ first. Now, to me, Kobe never framed this as a racial or predominantly black thing. He framed this as, or he never said European players were better. He was just saying the way they developed was different. And I felt like when KD sometimes goes off on these rants, it doesn't mean that he's fully wrong, but when you just engage it that way, it sounds a little bit reckless. And it also feels as if it can just polarize a statement to a country where we're all in the middle of Black History Month, like Morgan Freeman always has said. I mean, like, Black history should never be minimized to a month. It should be American history. And that's
blah, blah, blah. Jay Will been cooking. He been cooking for a while, too. Let's just be real about this. Here's the interesting thing about it all. Because when you hear Kevin Durant's statement, you can understand where he was going. You understand where he was coming from, right? You can see it. You're like, oh, interesting. Is this really a thinly veiled shot at the infrastructure, but really talking about it's not going well because those guys, those black guys, let's just say upstairs, their capacity, their cerebral capacity, the way that they're approaching the game, their athletic IQ, like it felt like that, you can say. That's where Kevin Durant, I think, was taking it. Like, oh, they're not taking this seriously. They got a Ja Morant out there we wanted to give the keys to. He didn't want them. We got an Anthony Edwards out there we want to give the keys to. He said, please, stop it. You know? And then we look and we see somebody similar hue, similar color. His name is Wemby. And he's like, yeah, I'll take it all, but he's European. Interesting, right? So you know where they were kind of going with that dance, but to Jay Williams' point, I thought it was a little reckless. I did too, because I'm like, why do we always want to just put a label on it? Like put a label on it to the point where we claim it. So territorial. Where you going to claim AAU? How is any race going to say AAU is mine? You can't do that. Just look around. Go to your next AAU game. We have one this Saturday. I will be there. Do I need to have a Census Bureau with me to tell you how many different colors and shades and people I'm going to see? It's crazy. But cats be claiming it like, yo, this is us. You know what I mean? It's just wild stuff. You hear these terms all the time. Black community, right? I don't hear white community, but I know they got one, I guess. Do they? Do they need one? Who cares? What the hell is that? Talk to me, y'all. We're not done with this topic. Not at all.
I kind of hate when they disrespect the AAU route.
Big KD.
Swag, I see you flexing your muscles in support of Kevin Durant. So we will start with you, Swaggy. Thoughts on KD defending AAU in the American grassroots basketball system?
Oh, man, I love it, man. It's just that all you hear is European this, European that. We're not doing it right. I feel like, just like with we were just talking about, they get a lot of passes. It's even the comparisons now, they're able to just play free, shoot the ball, don't have to worry about defense and all that, and don't get criticized for it. Like little things like that, I think we made it easy for them over here.
You hear all these pronouns? We, they. They have now tribalized AAU, where there are like 8-year-old kids who don't even know how to really dribble, learning the game of basketball. But now we made it a them versus us conversation. And then the them versus us conversation has morphed into white versus black, even though we know there's black Euros and we know there's white AAU players. How ignorant is this conversation gonna get? Let's go.
Made it easy for him. Yeah, and like even with Luka, like if he was him and Trey Young, similar scores, similar everything, but Luka is up here and Trey Young is down here. In one of them aspects, I just love it. I love it. I love it when people like KD speak up for us, for sure.
Obviously, AAU system is producing a lot of high quality talent that we still continue to see. Team USA won 5 straight gold medals in the Olympics, going up against the world in their system. But Mr. B, when you hear KD making these comments about the AAU game and the state of American grassroots basketball, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, he is speaking facts. It has done a lot for us that come out of the AAU circuit and being able to travel and do all these things. But, you know, the AAU has changed a lot. Now, you know, kids are able to get paid in high school, you know, NIL deals and different things. So the meaning of AAU isn't the same anymore like it used to be. I still feel like the development, the fact that AAU is just all weekend games is based on rankings, is based on popularity and things like that. So it does lack, it does lack a bunch of the fundamentals and the IQ of the game. So those are the things that it does lack from playing with your high school basketball team in high school. If I went to Oak Hill or I went to a Dominguez or you know Mater Dei or these, I actually being able to be taught. AAU just you got to be good and just run out there and play.
Oh, that's cold. Don't do that. Last night, 8:30, I was still at practice. Don't do that. I don't know what is happening right now. I hate to say the word following or follower, but I think because there's so much information that we're all ice skating, and there are very few moments, very few shows, very few topics that we really dive into and actually go beyond the headline or the top layer. So AAU does have that in the cake that is baking. It does have that top layer of ranking, right? Team ranking. Individual player ranking. He's balling for the gram. He's nothing but a highlight show. You see that out there. But in what entity don't you see that? Somebody who's there for a little more of the sizzle than the substance. We see it everywhere, correct? But at the same time, if you want to look at the meat of any situation, if you want to look at any corporation from top to bottom, the meat, most of the people are there on the grind. Most of them players at the AAU are just trying to get the ball up the court and ball and bucket. They ain't even talk about the gram. Most of those parents They can't. Now, what happens is it gets sensationalized like most things, if not all things, and all we see are the extremes. We see, oh my God, look at that guy, and look how much money he's getting offered, how much money he's taking, and his family's a mess. Or you see this guy, oh man, look at him, he's all mad, and he can't get no opportunity, can't get no run, and his coach is crazy, and then what about everybody else is just in there paying that registration? We going to a tournament this weekend, will be sold out, got to register, got to go through waivers, got to go, and you walk in there and you're like, this is insane. And it's every level of the cake, every level.
So KD, let's move on to you. When you hear KD speaking up and clapping back at all the criticism that AAU gets compared to the European model, how do you feel about that?
If I'm not mistaken, he has an AAU program, so I'm not surprised that he would speak up for the AAU system. That said,
great point.
I agree. There's a lot of discourse around the way the game is being taught to the youth, and I've been a part of it. I've seen the good and the bad of it. Like you said, a lot of us are products of playing AAU basketball. So it has its positive moments, but it's become this thing where it's looked at as a money grab in a lot of situations, instead of focusing on kids getting better. I don't think we should be ranking 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th graders. I'm saying I think it's pointless, right? To be putting rankings next to kids, and because you don't know what they're going to become. Some pan out, some don't. So I think it's a false sense of gratification, right? To be ranked in the 7th grade, like who cares?
See, I disagree with that. And I have this argument with one of my boys, Matt Linson, all the time. Like, I like the professionalism of youth sports because I know it comes with a challenge to the parents that now you're going to have to do your part. You're going to do your work. Like, it ain't about the rankings. You think a ranking is going to destroy a kid? Oh, I'm the man. I'm the killer. No, it ain't. No more than when I or anybody went out there and ran track and got a gold medal. There's a junior Olympics, literally in track and field. And AAU is in track and field. And you talk about a guy who wins the nationals in the 400. I won nationals in the 400 at 11. One of the greatest confidence boosters I ever had. We set a national record at 11. We didn't walk around here talking about, psh, where our money at? We didn't walk around here talking about, psh, no one could touch us. We walked around here and said, yo, we killed that. Now everybody trying to kill us. Let's go. Because we had the parenting, we had the structure, we had the program. Everybody who was a part of this knew we had to do more. It ain't over. Like success begets success. Why are we going to be mad at success? And success comes with its tricks and treats. We know what it is. So we're going to act like we don't want all of that when we want all of that. Some reason this reminds me of the Floyd-Pacquiao fight. Like, everybody wants to get in a position where you can have a fake-ass fight or a who cares fight for more money than all the real ones. Who doesn't want that? Dude, would you rather go to work, every single day and grind, or would you rather do a scratch and sniff and just get a lotto ticket and say, damn, there's my whole salary in a year right here? You could do both, but wouldn't you want the scratch and sniff? Don't you want what comes from it? I'm like, these kids need that. When do you turn competition on? When do you turn rankings on? Ain't nothing wrong with saying a 6-year-old looks better than another 6-year-old. Unless the 6-year-old is raising himself. Somebody got to tell him what that means. That means at 6, right now, they think you better than him. Then he goes out there and plays that kid. He's like, yo, that kid better than me. Then he got that little mental turmoil going. Then you got to talk to him on the ride home. Like, yeah, you got to understand with these rankings, it ain't how good you are, it's how well you play. It's a great life lesson to tell a little itty bitty. It happened to me yesterday. My daughter was literally shook, and both of them were, but one of them could do something about it. We played Lou Williams' son, Lil 6. Shout out to the little man. He a beast. My daughter was like, I'm scared. And then her sister said, yeah, because he hit her in the lip last time, and he fouled her. And I was like, baby, you know he's good, but don't give him anything. Make him take it. She went out there and played great against the kid. Now, he still got buckets. Don't twist it. But the point is, why you avoid that? I need a 7-year-old to understand. You can ball. He can ball. Let's ball.
Like, let's go get better, right? Let's go get better at the game. Let's go get better at the footwork. Let's go get better at the fundamentals at those ages. And I think it'll be beneficial moving forward in that regard. But for KD to speak up, I'm not surprised. He speaks his mind. And for him to have an AAU program and to have had for years now, I can understand his frustration with people taking shots at the AAU system. So yeah, I get it. So I get where he's coming from. But people have left room for criticism with it. So, but yes, I get where he's coming from.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from too, blah. This is not, first of all, Kevin Durant, my favorite player. So it's really tough to even have the criticism towards him, but I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about what he just said. And what he just said is it's a little glossy. It's just taking certain issues and then trying to own those issues, right? Like literally trying to trademark issues like black, AAU. That's what y'all talking about. When we know that everybody's going through it, everybody from a Cooper Flag, a Knuppel, whatever the hell, all them cats you gotta go through AAU. You gotta be on some travel team, some elite team, right? You gotta play in these jamborees. Everybody. So I don't understand why my people or why any people are trying to own this. I want to talk about what AAU is. Literally. Let's talk about what AAU is. The Amateur Athletic Union, founded when? 1888. Whenever you hear 1888 and founded, typically you're not talking about black people, right? We get it. James Sullivan, William Buckingham Curtis. Come on, y'all. And we know it's grown and it's bigger, but don't try to own that. And that's for every race. Don't own that. Own your experience. And KD is talking about his experience because he owns a team. He's like, he probably knows the business side. He probably knows, hey, man, that funding looks a little weird when it's coming here, but it don't look so weird when it's going there. Look, it could be a lot of different ways. But I just looked at it like, dog, we ruining it for the itty bitties. Someone was just saying this. I had a call yesterday, and they were saying how our generation, that means me, I don't even know what the hell we are. What am I? Gen millennial, boomer? I don't know what the hell I am. I'm 51. That's what I am. Now, at 51, our generation, because we grew up without all these gadgets and social media, and the world wasn't small to us, the world was huge. Remember when we grew up, the world was so big that if you didn't see your boy on the bus, you'd be like, yo, how I'm going to find him? You call his house, he ain't here. Where he at? Your boy literally around the corner at 7-Eleven playing video games, and you were like, should I go over there? No, I don't know if he there. Well, he ain't home. Where else could he be? Remember those? That was how I grew up. Where's my boy? He ends up being around the corner at 7-Eleven playing video games. But you on the hunt. I grew up in a world where you had to go to 7-Eleven to grab a map. Wow, where are we going? Here. Where are we? There. Okay, draw a line. You're on the damn dashboard windshield drawing a line. That's how we going to get there. What freeway is that? The world was huge to us. But here's the problem. It's small to these kids. Oh, let me call my boy who I met last year in summer camp at the AAU who lives in Japan. Let me FaceTime him. No, I'm WhatsApp him. Cheaper. What up, boy? Oh, what you been doing? You out there eating? Whatever the hell. Come on now. These kids ain't doing what we doing. He right now, he like, hey. John, where you at? Around the corner, 7-Eleven. All right. What the problem is, we are looking at this in the way we operated, in the way we got down. And it's dated as hell. And it's messing up stuff. It's wrecking stuff. World ain't like that no more. It's so crazy. They can blame the coaching, blame the money. You gonna blame money? You gonna blame everything. How about you blame yourself? Damn it! How about we blame ourselves sometimes? We blame the money, we blame the structure, we blame the color. How about we blame us and our actions? How about we actually highlight the ones that are doing it the right way instead of always talking about what's not? Simple as that. All right, I find this fascinating. Let's move on. We got a lot of topics. As you guys know, we're going to get into some spicy stuff. LeBron James is coming up. The Luka hate show is still going on. Rich Paul, Max Kellerman right now talking about the difference between being famous and being popular. Fascinating.
You think Aaron Judge is famous? No, I think Shohei's famous. I don't think Aaron Judge is famous. I know, but see, this is my point.
Okay, so
because you
this
love the Yankees,
it's interesting. No, you're saying Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Judge. You're saying no to. I'm saying Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Judge are borderline famous in the way you're defining.
I think
famous.
Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Judge is two of the most popular athletes in America.
That's a good way to put it.
Now, famous, meaning that you can show up in a foreign country to you and people know who you are.
Let's stop right there before you start dropping some names. Think about that, y'all. I mean, I know I've been out the country. Everybody's been out the country before, right, and seen somebody. And you may recognize them, you may not recognize them. How many times have you been out the country and then everybody clamoring around somebody you don't even know? Right? Go to Trinidad and walk by and then see a cricket player. You're like, what? Who that? Just like how they looking at you like, who are you? American football player? Backup guard? You know, pass rush specialist? Nobody know you. Right? It's a fascinating conversation. So hit the like button so we can keep having it. Let's go.
I don't know about that.
Well,
and I'm not saying that in
are not worldwide sports.
But I'm just not saying that in a negative way either. It's just like I think an athlete understanding that they're popular and not famous can save them a lot of money.
How so?
Because they don't have to move around as if they're famous, and they don't have to do some of the things that famous people.
Why not?
I love that could be a whole show. How that cultural pressure, which we talk about a lot, can make you move different. Like, soon as you get money, if you from broke situations, typically you're going to show money because you used to have no money. So now it's time to show money, right? And the first thing you see is some little pot-belly pig showing up at 22 in the Louis store next to all these old people, and he buying 10 times more than them. Meanwhile, they got annuities, they got stock portfolios, they're borrowing against their own interests. Like they safely are in that store, and you are risky up in that thing, but you get in that thing. Raise your hand if you were that guy with the pork belly. Yes.
Because you actually should go the other way. You shouldn't, like, if you feel like you're famous and that causes you to have to fly private everywhere you go,
I see what you mean, yeah.
You're wasting a lot of money, because the reality of it is you may get one or two people to ask you for
Aaron
an autograph
Judge can't
or a
fly
picture.
commercial, dude. Even
Damn
letting alone
lie.
the fact
crazy?
that he's too big. If you see Aaron Judge on a commercial flight, that's off.
First
He's
of all,
too
I had a
famous for a commercial flight.
nice dinner with Aaron Judge one day at the Sunset Tower. He's a very smart guy.
Right.
He can fly commercial. Oof. There's no question about it.
Maybe internationally. You
Def-
get on a Delta
now-
flight or something like that, and you see Aaron Judge sitting there like, what's he doing
Definitely
here?
internationally.
He signed a
First of
$250
all-
million contract.
Okay.
Okay, so they talking two different conversations, but it's funny. One is saying you can, so you should, and one is saying you can, but you should not, because you can't. Like know that you can actually, and you shouldn't go fly private. You're gonna spend for the same flight. Would you rather spend $3,000 or $60,000? Like, to fly private, and I know one person for sure, I know two people that got their own planes. No, one has his own plane, one has a hell of a lot of timeshare. It's a difference. Point being, you know how much money they got? More than the money they have is the runway, the forecast, the projections of how much money they will continue to have. Aaron Judge stops making that amount of money as soon as he stops swinging that bat. They don't. They always gonna sell those packages. They always gonna have those investments going up and down, but up. You feel me? That's the difference, man. That is the difference.
Definitely internationally. You're saying that as a diehard Yankee fan, but let's just break it down. If Aaron Judge is sitting in the front seat in the first class of a Delta flight, and people get on, most people getting on is going to say, oh, there's Aaron Judge. But he's going to have a hat on. He might have a hood on.
Nah, I don't see it. Garrett Cole, yes, not Aaron Judge.
No, that's not true.
Garrett Cole could go commercial for sure. I don't think Aaron Judge can.
Yes, he can.
And we should not have this, but it's a real thing. The litmus test, listen to what the real barrier is. What other people think of you. Think about it. Aaron Judge, I've been on a flight before, a commercial flight before with Puffy. I've been on a commercial flight before with George, what's his name? The real good looking dude, everybody, George Clooney. Golly, they weren't attacking him, but them ladies don't know how to act. Who else? I mean, but those are like the top dogs, right? I've seen that before, and it's just like, oh, okay. And you are like, oh, he don't have to be here, but he is here. And my mind goes to, oh, he's smart. Like it ain't $60,000 worth of me not being here. I'd rather keep 60 and then go still to DC, still go to New York. So why are we giving in so much $60,000 just because of what you think of me versus what I think of myself?
Man, that's why you would be a bad financial advisor. You would be terrible because you don't have a gauge on what guys are famous.
Well, how
and what
many
guys
famous
are popular.
athletes do you think there are?
Very few.
So
famous
name
athletes?
So I said LeBron, Steph. Is James Harden famous?
No, he's very popular.
James Harden, the beard, the whole thing, he's pretty recognizable.
That's a difference between recognizable and famous are two different things.
What?
What are you talking
All right,
about?
so name the famous athlete.
And by the way, that's not a knock to any of these guys. It's hard to be
Is
famous.
Ronaldo famous?
Yes.
But if he got on a commercial flight, I wouldn't even recognize him.
That's you. Why you keep putting yourself in it?
Because we live in America, dude. Because
This is my point.
In
But this is my
America,
point.
you're talking about international
But
fame?
here's my point. Because we live in
Let's
America.
assume we're flying domestic.
No, because we live in America, we think that America is all that matters. The world is huge.
In America, Patrick Mahomes is way more famous than Ronaldo.
I don't know about that one. Ronaldo? Now, he could have said Messi, and I could give him a little bit of Messi because Messi has like boy next door qualities. Like he looks like your neighbor in that respect, like understated, smaller, all that stuff. Ronaldo? The guy who has what? The most Instagram followers or something crazy? I got to say Ronaldo's going to win that one. And you got to remember how big the Latino population is. You got to remember how big the international population is. Like that love soccer, I'm saying. Like people who love soccer. We know that an American-born guy from Shreveport probably ain't loving no soccer, so don't know who is who. And he knows Patrick Mahomes, but you flip it. There's a lot of people out here flipping it.
Of course he is. He plays for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Aaron Judge is way more famous
He
in
plays
America.
for the New York Yankees.
Well, I'm talking about taking a domestic flight
Yeah,
somewhere.
but fame is a global thing. If you're talking about flying private from
No, I'm not
LA
saying from
to Chicago,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Okay, that's what I'm talking
But I'm
about.
talking about fame is
He's operating
global.
on a different level already. You're talking. I'm not
I'm
thinking
just
about
saying-
taking a private international
No,
flight.
I'm saying, well, I wouldn't advise nobody to take a private international. Well, you can take a private international flight, but I would say you should fly commercial internationally. Save that money.
Blah, blah, blah. Sometimes we got to take the glossier way to some of the deeper lessons. And I thought that was a good lesson in terms of fame versus popularity. Let's just be real. And then how it's really based. It's based on other people and their judgments, their assessments of you. It really skews the value proposition. It skews the value conversation. And I bring this up because I saw a lot of my boys growing up lose their way because of some fame and popularity, even if it's just in the school, even if it's just in the neighborhood. And we know how we judge fame and popularity when we growing up. The cool kids and the cute girls. Come on. If they saying your name and your name is ringing in the hallways, you feel a certain type of way. Oh, I can't go over there. I got to sit at this lunch table. Oh, I can't go over there. I got to sit in the bleachers. Like these little sections. You remember in high school and stuff? Like that's the VIP. Where? The third lunch table. Man, you look back at that now. I dare you to tell your kids not to follow those same kind of structures, though. They're going to find their way. What's the cool thing to these kids now? How many Robux you have? You know what I mean? What's the cool thing to these kids now? You got followers, you got a phone, you got this. You know what I mean? Like, we always going to find something, and then we're going to gravitate towards it, and then you're going to get assessed if you have it or not. And what I'm trying to do is just have a conversation and let people know they're not everyone that is playing that game. Right? There's some tortoises out there that are playing a different game that's going to pass the hare, who's thinking about fame and popularity, which is really a disguise for you thinking about what other people think of you. Woo-wee. Don't mess with me, y'all. It is a game. Tell your itty bitties, you are enough. You ain't got to chase all that. I know kids that are spending 5-6 figures on video games right now. Real spit. It's silly. But it's being handled. They families can do it. Their families letting them do it. You know these video games? Log in. If you want to really you win level 6, level 6 takes this many of this. And the kids just credit carded it. You ain't getting that money back. None of that. It's crazy, right? So beat up in the comments. Let's talk it. Because now we're going to get into these fake stories, fake sports personality stories and quotes that continue to slander and divide. And there's parody accounts, and it's getting people. It's gotten it's getting Ryan Clark. It's gotten Jamil Hill. A lot of people. So we're gonna go through it. And why is it happening? And why is it happening to them? Beat up in the comments. Ask you run or Roan or one says, I love this value conversation. Me too, man. I just love life topics that they all are part of this game that we're playing. I just want to talk about the game, right? I mean, it's like talking ball, man. Douglas, I see you. Alvarenga says, Max is knowledgeable, but not as knowledgeable as he thinks. You're on point, brother. Oh, no, Max is smart. Max is smart. Max is also, like, Max has a certain way of seeing the world that, you know, he thinks big is big, and his big is his big. His big is the Yankees. His big is American football. His big is really domestic. It's a hot dog, fresh big, right? And then Rich Paul was trying to come from a different perspective. He was like a Grey Poupon big. We all got different versions of big. I know some people that think big is, I go to work, I come back home, crack me a brew, and turn the game on. I'm living like a king. That's big to them, right? That's my daddy. Except he don't want the brew. My daddy, every day, if he could just, when he was working, go to work, he's retired now. Go to work, come home, hug up, watch the game. That's life. So let's get into it, man. This is life as well. Or is it reality? Ooh, is it real or is it fake? So we talk about that. What's being tapped into here is something we should all be concerned with. I must agree. We should be concerned with it. I'm not going to act like this is not something. This is real. Someone who has been employed by mainstream media outlets for more than 2 decades and who often opines on the intersections of sports, gender, politics, and race, Jamil Hill is more than used to receiving hate mail in response to her commentary. Oh, it's insane. Jamil Hill? Oh, y'all don't want to read her hate comments because y'all know she go there in them spicy topics, right? So she is, however, a novice at dealing with a new contour, being a public figure in the mid-2020s, receiving hate mail for something she didn't write or say. Now, you will feel a certain way, too. I don't care how you feel about Jamil Hill. If somebody was clowning you, it feels different than if somebody clowning you and you're like, dog, I ain't even do that. What you talking about? Like, what you talking about? Like that feeling, that unsettledness, your nervous system, like, yo, that's not even mine. Like, I could deal with my problems. Those are somebody else's problems, and I got to deal with it. You got a sentence. Somebody gave you a judgment, and it's not yours. You pissed. I first noticed something was up last year when I started getting an influx of messages that were more vile than usual. I quickly found out that there was a post circulating online that claimed I had said Angel Reese was the next Michael Jordan. Here's the post. Y'all remember that. We ain't got to go through that. Stephen A. Smith even defends the WNBA in a heated debate. So it got Stephen A. Smith. It got, I forget his name right here, but big time, right? PBD. What's his name? Yeah, big time. So that's the crazy part. It can start off a chain reaction. It's a fake quote, and then a real analyst or a real broadcaster will go on a real podcast and really attack it. I've been got before. I've been NBA centelled. Yes. I've been centelled twice, at least, maybe 3 times. Got an Angel Reese story off of one of them. Ran with it like it was nothing. Then I was like, oh, that wasn't it? My bad. Despite not recalling making such a statement, which Hill described as absurd and extreme, even for her own history of provocative opinions, she Googled herself worried a recent comment could have taken out of context. It hadn't been. Instead, Hill found that the quote was a total fabrication, first shared by a random sports page on Facebook. Uh-oh, he said that word, Facebook. Facebook gangster for this. We're going to talk about it with no indication that it was untrue. The post's comment section was already full of racial and misogynistic slurs when she jumped in from her personal account to set the record straight. That's one thing about Jamil. I'll be like, dog, do you live in my world? How many hours is it in your day? She finds time to get in them comments and respond. I see her all the time. I'm like, wow. And she, look, when it's a controversy, she's first one in it. She jumping in the fire. She said you would expect in that situation, people will be contrite, apologetic, and say, hey, I got a little too emotional. I'm sorry. No. Instead, the response was, okay, maybe you didn't say it, but it sounds like something you would say. That seems to be a common theme whenever I've checked people about falling for this clickbait. They have a hard time apologizing. Let's talk about that, because I understand where the people are coming from. Should the people apologize because you didn't say that? Yes. I say yes. But barely yes, because the real is they're not jumping on this because this is your first time. You're not a habitual line stepper. They're really coming at you because they're tired of, so they're saying something now. And then you're like, I didn't say that one now. And they're like, well, we're still tired of. You get it? Like, they do this to people who already have crossed that line. They attach narrative. They attach commentary to the narrative. They attach commentary to the narrative of someone who is guilty of X. So for her, it's going to be something racial. And it's going to be something where it's protecting some black person, especially a black woman, and putting down somebody else. And then it goes. Ryan Clark, same thing. The one we did yesterday. So it goes. They could find one on me. It's probably going to be something like with Trump or something. You know, if they really want to get something, Marcellus Wiley says he'll do anything for Donald Trump. And I'll get a ton of comments and everybody like, oh, you MAGA, you weak, you whack. And I'm like, okay. It's an app. Turn it off. I'm not mad at Miss Pac-Man. Because when I get that mad, just unplug the game or walk away. Like, it's an app. No, hey, it's more than an app. Okay. Hill isn't alone. Debunking viral fake quotes has become, Sisyphean. I don't even know how to say the word. And near weekly task for celebrities of all kinds. Though sports media personalities seem to be the preferred targets for this type of content because they got so much content. Almost certainly because sports fans are known for being extremely engaged, or fanatics or fans, and easily irritated social media users. Yes, Mina Khan's got a fake one. This is a fake quote. ESPN Mina Khan's just shook the college football world. If I'm Penn State, I'm moving heaven and earth to get Coach Prime to University Park. Culture, recruiting, branding, energy, Coach Prime brings it all. It's time for Penn State, blah, blah, blah. It usually goes something like this. A fabricated quote is overlaid against a graphic. Yeah, we saw it. We don't need you to explain that. All right, here's Ryan Clark's talk about it. The quotes often have a racial, political, or otherwise divisive bent, which boosts their placement in the algorithmic feeds. Rage is the best way to get engagement. Ryan Clark, another popular fake quote target. These accounts know there's a way to utilize a certain figure or a situation to enrage people. Every fake quote of mine is about race. Yeah. Well, we know why, as I just explained, right? Here's a race bait one on Ryan Clark. Byron Leftwich, despite being the Buccaneers offensive coordinator with Tom Brady at quarterback, can't even land an interview for an NFL head coaching job while Phillip Rivers gets one. Ryan Clark. Never said this. This is fake. Stop believing all this BS. Although Byron does deserve an opportunity. I like Phillip as a head coach interview. There's video to back it up. Just look, and who are these dumb answers that keep making these fake quote graphics? Just on this show, because we keep balancing perspective, those dumbasses are saying, who are these dumbasses that have all these real quotes that are race baiting, rage baiting, for me to make a fake quote sound real? Like, the validity of it, why they go viral, why they go, is because you gave it all the gas it needed. And then you say, I'm not hitting the gas right now. There's called momentum. Right? You didn't hit the gas. You were in neutral. Matter of fact, you ain't said nothing. Car is off. The brakes on. They're just rolling in neutral. That's what I see from it. You know, and it's weird. Look, I have a very minority viewpoint on this in terms of I don't care about app. Look, and it hurts me and it helps me. The reason I don't care about no app is because I got a real life. Now, if I care more about an app, maybe I'll make more money from that app because I care more. But I don't. So I'm not going to let you criticize me. I'm not going to let you praise me and make me lose my way off an app. I know it's real people behind that app. Yeah, well, then I'll really talk to that person. Because in real life, if someone runs up to you and says, hey, dog, guess what I heard? First thing I say is, I don't care, because whatever you're going to say, either A, they didn't say it to me, or B, you didn't check them hard enough for you to have to come back to me to see how I felt about it, so you go run your ass back over there and tell them. But what's up? Right? This is how you avoid problems. Don't be so curious about what people think about you. Who cares? Who cares? It's kind of wild, but people will do it all day, every day, right? But you know why there's so much fake social media and fake media out there? Because there's actually, let's be real, sometimes no media. Look at this. Sit down for a press conference. I see you, big dog. Hardaway Jr. He ain't even looked up yet. Checking that stat sheet. Oh, boy.
Is anyone back there?
All right. You have a great evening.
Yeah, you guys got it?
Y'all good? No good? Perfect.
Yeah, go ahead, Rachel.
No, I'm sorry.
All right, cool.
I think everything's proper.
Yeah, I mean, that's their choice. Then. All right.
Oh, man. Boy. It's crazy out here. Where the reporters at? Where the reporters at? What they doing? Playing solitaire? What they doing? Let me stop. What they doing? Making up fake stories? What they doing? Getting fake raise bait? It's crazy out here. How you go to a press conference, ain't nobody there? Oh, man. I know that was funny, but that also hurts a little bit. Like, because I know I used to always feel this way. After a game, if they didn't want to talk to me, I'm like, damn, I must didn't do nothing. Like, the worst feeling is when you did something and they don't want to, it wasn't big enough. Like, oh, you got a couple sacks, but meaningless. Can we talk to the running back? You're like, damn. Like, you really be judging and, like, competing against, like, do I get time? Do I get some of that podium talk? All right, we're going to switch gears, go to a little football. We got some college football breakdown. Fernando Mendoza getting criticized, also getting supported. We're going to see what you're thinking, right? What you're thinking. Oh, man. So, Brick, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Ty Simpson's tape from Alabama. Y'all see it? Fernando Mendoza's tape from Indiana. You see it? Let's break it down. Let's go.
Dio tweeted out, studying the first 5 games of Mendoza's tape, and it's not what I expected so far.
Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah, so I'm through 8 games now, and through 8 games, you see good, but there's a lot of underwhelming. I think there's a lot when you watch Mendoza's tape through 8 games, not all the way through, and I understand that his season finishes strong, but there's not a ton of big-time throws. There's a lot of clean pockets. There's a ton of RPOs and back shoulder fades, a ton of them, RPOs and back shoulder fades. And then there's moments where you see, like, okay, that first read's not there. He's spooked with his feet, and he becomes a runner unnecessarily.
Ooh, here we go again. Every single year, if you're the prohibitive #1 pick, duck. Because there's nowhere to go but down. Even if you're not, you're going to get criticized. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to go through Ruben Bain Jr.'s criticism. We're going to go through this whole draft process in terms of how they come at these cats. But if you are the one that we think is #1, duck, man.
If you take away the RPOs and then those back shoulder fades, there's just not a ton of balls over the middle of the field. Very good decisions. I think that's his superpower is he avoids negative plays.
It's amazing that they're showing this highlight, and I ain't seen one back shoulder throw yet. They all leading the receiver right to the touchdown. It's crazy. Whoever the producer of this segment is like, oh, I don't know what he's going to say, but I assume it's going to be good. So let me just show some good Fernando Mendoza. Maybe this is the Oregon game. This is the first 8 games. Keep going. Keep going.
But you're looking at a guy that's saying first pick, and I think through 8 games, Ty Simpson's tape from Alabama through the first 8 games of the season, I think is significantly more impressive than Fernando Mendoza's.
Okay, really quick, he did.
That sounds incomplete. That's part one. That's like if you wanted to really extract, okay, someone's first 2 seasons, I don't think he should be the number 1 pick. Well, he's not done playing college. Like, well, the first half of the season, and I'm not even certain that this is a proper assessment, the first half of the season. Like, you may be highlighting too much of the bad instead of the good because they still were undefeated and they still were rolling. They beat Oregon, I know for a fact. They beat everybody, but they beat Oregon, and that was a major win. Come on now. And now we're going to do this, and then we got Ty Simpson's tape, who I'm not dissing, who I know got some tangibles, who I know is a baller, but come on, man.
Did play for Cal the year before, so maybe taking a few games to get acclimated to Kirk.
And I just haven't watched the back half of the season yet. I just haven't gotten to those.
Okay, so before I go to Lewis here and Stephen A., do you still think he is the clear-cut number 1 overall pick?
I'm not there, and that's through half of the season or so. I'm just not there. NFL season just got done 2-3 weeks ago. I haven't.
I mean, let me
through the back 7 or 8 games or so. So I am
should
not
be
there
ashamed
through
of yourself.
half of the season.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. This is not fair. But this needs to be said. Life's not fair. That's kind of reckless. Like, you ain't done, you're not finished your work on this prospect, but you're going to come out and say, of the work I've seen, no. Or of the work I've seen, let me just infuse doubt. How about you finish the work? And then, look, you have your right to your opinion. I don't care. But I don't think you have the right to an incomplete opinion. Right? Like, I'm going to listen to you say a quote. Let's go back to the fake viral quote stuff. You say a quote, and I stop you halfway through. I say, no. I know where this is going. Nope. I don't think you make sense. You're like, no, I ain't finished. I ain't even said the predicate yet. Whew. Woo. What y'all think? Beat it up in the comments. I don't feel that. And I love me some Dan O. That sucker break down some tape. But what are you doing? You just broke this. You just stained the brain of a lot of people who thinking this dude is it. Okay? But thank God on this show, we have what they call perspective, what they call balance. Chase Daniel, help me out. Talk to me about Mendoza, man.
If you don't think that Fernando Mendoza has an NFL arm, then you need to watch this. There's a lot that goes into this, and we'll break it down. But he's throwing from the hash. I told you about how much wider the college hashes are, so it's a much more difficult throw to the field right here. But you're going to get a really interesting pressure, and that pressure is called strong dog, meaning you're bringing nickel pressure and you're bringing this will pressure. A lot of times in colleges, when they run this, it is 3 deep, 3 under, which...
The mental chess match, which we didn't really hear much from Dan O in terms of how Mendoza sets himself apart. But listen to this. Pre-snap, what Mendoza is seeing. And then going against what's traditional, what's typical, and then how this is unique and still is able to dart it in this moment. Come on, y'all. Get this boy some props.
Means if we're coaching it, single high safety. This is not the case. They are playing a trap defense, meaning number 2 is waiting for you to throw hot right here, and this safety is going all the way over the top. And when it is, that's crazy. Watch his feet right here. When he goes...
I don't even want to watch his feet. Can I watch his brain? Dog, I couldn't play quarterback. That's too much. Like, wait. You got to do all that and... throw a football. Throw the Goodyear blimp. 40, 50 yards and hit a dude that's running and weaving in stride. Man, no wonder they get paid the big bucks. That's crazy.
Like this to the right. Right there. You see that? Just enough. Just barely. Gets the corner to sit down. A lot of people be like, oh, the middle of the field's wide open. Let me take that. Nope, not so much for him. Are you... Come on. It's so good. On so many different levels. Nice block, too. Tight pocket. Boom.
Boom. Come on, y'all. Just wanted to give a little balance. How the forces always. See, y'all think I'm always about beef. No, I'm just about polarization. I'm about the polarity of life. How a battery, to make anything go, battery. Look at the top of a battery. What does it say? Plus. What does it say at the bottom? Minus.
Have my thoughts.
It's so dope. It's so dope. All right, we're not done with this. Let's go to the combine. Let's go to the guy who I think best pass rusher I've seen. But I haven't seen it all, the whole season. I haven't seen it all, his tape. I haven't seen everyone's tape. I mean, you with a Dan O-line. But this dude, Ruben Bain Jr., insane. But watch how they come at you still.
Comparison, and here's the discussion point. You look at Melvin Ingram was a great player with the Chargers. You look at that arm length number, 31.5, which is extremely low.
I forget my arm length, so I don't know what it is. But if you got a shorter arm length, it's not by much. It's like by half an inch and then an eighth. So we make that 4 eighths, 5/8. Yay, smart guy. But he must got a bigger back. He must have got a wide back. Because look at that wingspan to say, oh, that extra back. He got that Willie McGinnis back. So point being, I'm going to break down why arm length matters, but let's hear them talk it.
Bain came under 31, which is very low. You don't see guys go traditionally as
what does that
top
mean
10
to you?
picks. So this is what I did. I have my thoughts on it as a scout, and I think every measurement matters. But I wanted to reach out to some defensive coordinators and see what they thought and how they would explain it. So I don't want to put words in their mouth, but this is one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL. What's the biggest issue with length? A lack of length. He said,
pause.
Generally, it's finishing. Not as good at extending and separating off blocks, not as good extending to get to the elbow or even wrapping around the quarterback. So then the follow-up question is, well, how would you overcome that, in your opinion, if you don't have length, like Bain? He said, I said leverage. He goes, for sure, explosion, using leverage to your advantage, having the ability to close that ground with your feet because you can't do it with your length. But this is a discussion that is happening all around this entire building. And CD, I know some folks at home laugh and say, I've watched this guy, he's unbelievable. He's a great player. We saw him all the way through the playoffs. Nobody could block him. Why does anybody care? Well, they do.
Yeah, they do. I tell you why they care, and this is a real spit conversation. They care because you're going to get to the next level, and in general, everyone's going to qualify in measurables. In general. That means everyone's going to be big, everyone's going to be fast, everyone's going to be strong. We're going to weed out the guy you were able to take advantage of a couple of those games, a few of those games. Not everybody in college is pro-ready, pro-worthy. So that's why they look at measurables, because they like, if it's a 6'3" guy and he's 6'3" and he plays basketball, what do you think of him? He better know how to shoot, better know how to defend, right? He better. If you're 6'3" and you playing football with those basketball skills, people are like, you got options. You could be a receiver. You could be a DN. You could be a tight end. Like, you all of a sudden, just by measurement, you open up your imagination in terms of creativity and athleticism and opportunities. Yeah, I can move him around here. He could do this and this and that. And then also, it can constrict. It can limit you because of what we imagine you can do with those measurables. So measurables do matter. They do matter.
It's part of the discussion, and it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to slide or he's going to go here or there, but it's being talked about.
It absolutely is being talked about, and DJ and Rich, you flip it around the other way. How much was discussed during the playoffs when Will Campbell struggled at left tackle for the New England Patriots?
Yeah.
People were talking about what was happening there. How about the Super Bowl the year before, the Eagles, when Joe Tooney had to go out and tackle a natural guard with shorter arms in that situation, and the Eagles really had their ability to get to the quarterback and have their way with him during that time. So this thing comes up over and over. But if you think he's Melvin Ingram, you're doing pretty well. And one other thing, DJ, what about the discussion about him actually moving inside in a lot of situations and playing over the guards?
Yeah, you might have an Ed Oliver on your hands. Last thing, Rich, one defensive line coach, he couldn't help but sneak this little nugget in there. He said, by the way, OT's grab on every play, so you need some length to combat that. So find a way to complain about the holding that takes place within the discussion.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's be real. Let me help you out, guys, for those who don't understand. I don't have the longest arms either. I don't have – they didn't consider them long. They didn't consider them short. I probably had the average arm reach, arm length, as he said. Wingspan probably a little average or whatever. Now, I saw some guys who had some extreme ones, like Javon Curse was insane. Like, it was like, whoa, what is that? A pterodactyl or something. But the point is, it comes into play. It comes into play. Let me tell you why. In every single game, there are countless times where you get your move off. Like whatever move you want, the rip, the swim, the stab, the headbutt, whatever you want to do, the power, the bull. There's 20 times you get it off the way you want to get it off. Now, of those 20, what you need to happen is you did the move right, it worked on him, and the quarterback still has the ball. Okay? It's like a slot machine. It's like 777. Oh, I did the move. Oh, it worked on him like he actually gave me an edge. It caved him. And the quarterback still got the ball. What happens most times is you do that, the first 7 comes, I do the move. Oh, he counters it, right? You ain't got to worry about the third 7. Quarterback can throw it, quarterback can hold it. You ain't getting there. Put your hands up, try to block it. What also happens is sometimes you get to the worked on him. Quarterback sees you, Peyton Manning. Tom Brady. 2-yard pass, long handoff. Now, let's flip it. Why your arm length matters. Because he's thinking the same thing as an offensive tackle. My 777 is, I set, and these long tentacles grab you before you even get your thing going. It's wrap. Because as soon as I slow you down, my quarterback better let that thing go. And if he doesn't, I'm looking back like, want to get away? You know what I mean? Do your part. It happens so fast. You got 2.5 seconds typically. 3 max, 3-ish max. Gang. Rinse and repeat. All I got to do if I'm an old tackle and I got long arms and you got short arms, I know you got to close that gap with your feet. And you got to come into my range. You got to come into my arm range. All they do is this. Cock. They go, cock. They go, cock. They just grab your right here on them hooks. And then they can do it like this, and then they let go. Because all they need is like a stop clock, half a second. All they go. All that said, draft him. That sucker. I met him too like a couple months ago at the Ronnie Lott Impact Award. Shout out to that whole crew, Ronnie Lott, Mike Salmon and the boys. He is special. He is special. He is Dwight Freeney 2.0. Trying to tell you. You heard it here. Reuben Bain Jr., Dwight Freeney, meet each other. All right, let's get into this. Let's up the itty bitties out. Haven't seen this video, but somebody said it's really good. He said, stop playing. Stop wasting your time playing 7-on-7. Why?
Stop wasting your time playing 7-on-7 football. I'm not saying don't play 7-on-7. That's not what this is about. I'm saying stop wasting the opportunities to get better. We're in a time right now where you get to play football year round. That's a blessing. But the problem I'm seeing is the culture around 7-on-7 is lacking integrity for the game. And on top of that, kids are developing bad habits and getting away with things in 7-on-7 that's not going to fly by the time the fall comes around.
Oh, no. We've been infiltrated. No. Don't AAU 7-on-7. Don't do it. No. Oh, no, the culture. Oh, the culture. The culture. Every time I hear that, I'll be like, dog, just coach your damn team better. The culture. I'll be in leagues sometimes. Some of the leagues are suspect. Some of the leagues are great. Sometimes you show up to a game or a tournament, you're like, dog, feel like the NFL sponsored this. And sometimes you show up, you're like, damn, Church's Chicken. It's like Church's Chicken around here. Golden Bird. Who sponsored this raggedy old thing? Oh, well, let's go, guys. Let's ball. What we got to do in life? We got to look around us and say, this is how we going to ball, or are we going to just go get it? It's in us. Oh, let's hear it, though. I hear you.
What am I trying to get at? Be intentional with this opportunity. Use this time to build good habits and work on your craft. Catch the ball and tuck it away. Scan the defense. Have route discipline. Because remember, 7-on-7 is not real football. And there's a whole lot of kids going crazy in the spring, but are non-existent when those pads come on. So take advantage of this opportunity so you can set yourself up for a successful fall. Stop.
Blah, blah, blah. Look, he had a message in there, which is basically don't waste your time. You know, like he said, stop wasting your time when you're doing 7-on-7. Get after it. At the same time, I hate when they be like, you ain't going to ball. You ain't going to ball when the pads come on. Dog, the pads change everything. 7-on-7 or no 7-on-7. Not everybody is ready for this. Like, put your head in front of a lion's cage. Okay? Who's doing that? Who's signing up for that? Not many people. Now, it's still a cage, so he ain't getting out. I ain't say put your head in front of a lion in the jungle. I ain't stupid. Now, stay right there. It's a lion's cage. He's stuck here. And then he goes, and you get to see them fangs. You get to smell that breath. You know it's been some carnage going down that damn throat before. And then line up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. That some people get shook. Football is not for the faint of heart, okay? It's not for the weak. But you still can play football even if you're not the warrior. You ain't got to be the ultimate warrior to play football. I have played football with guys who are a little bit on the softer side. Absolutely. You find your way. We've seen guys make business decisions all the time. We ain't got to act like it's gladiator. Not all the time. Some people sleep on the game. They don't understand it. What did I just say? Some people sleep on the game.
50 prospects as Aaron Glenn looks on for the Jets.
He ain't looking on. He looking off.
Fernando Mendoza 1.
Hey, buddy!
Jeremiah Love, who we'll also see on Saturday here on NFL Network, the running back from Notre Dame 2. And then number 3.
Somebody told him. You saw the smirk.
Bailey of Texas Tech.
You saw that smirk. Somebody told him, hey, big dog, you on the team. They looking at you, dog. Oh, here's a headline. Warren Sapp resigns from Deion Sanders' Colorado coaching staff. Damn. He's leaving his position. Colorado announced he's leaving the program after 2 years as the pass rush coordinator. He's resigned to pursue other opportunities. They thank Warren for his contributions. And this is news after he left the day after the defensive coordinator, Robert Livingston, joined Denver Broncos coaching staff. Tell me, beat up in the comments. A little exodus going on. Transition that happens out there. You know, in success, people poach you. But also, I'm just going to tell you, there's a lot of conversation around the Deion Sanders coaching staff because people are now noticing this. They're saying that Deion is not a great coach. So a lot of guys who want to really be coaches, great coaches, more than just a brand, because Deion got it so good that he could be a coach, he could be a brand, he could turn into whatever he wants to do. He's Deion Sanders. Now, I'm not trying to short him as a coach, but at the same time, you got to watch what your association is with him because you can't move like him. You get it? So if you're trying to really coach, and they were like, oh, you was on that team? You know they got a losing record in Colorado right now. And then Deion, is he going to stay? He going to go? Whatever. And you trying to move yourself up the ranks, I've seen a few people defect because of that. I've seen some people actually they didn't want to go to Deion's staff because they're like, nah, this is how they talking about him. And Deion knows this. This is real spit. There's some stories out there, y'all. I'm just trying to help y'all out, okay? There's some stories here, too. Let's go. I'm trying to help you out. Let's go back to Gil's Arena. It's a little firestorm we got to put out. Let's go.
All this shit is over. You have a response, right? So okay. What I'm saying is this is considered a response back, right?
Everybody don't respond like you, bro.
And then after they hear this response, they're going to come with another response, right? And that response is going to be within these days. So I'm saying when we come on Tuesday, after they respond, and most likely they're going to just bring another motherfucker up there to confirm the fucking workouts. So if you're not trying to body bag them all now, potential body bags, a girlfriend on the body bag. If you're not willing to go down the route of putting people to sleep today, I don't want to be here next week talking about what they done talked about.
Yeah, because they bring Hodges on next week.
It's all good, man. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, look, I appreciate.
So they're gonna bring the nigga on.
Hey, yo, I appreciate you giving me the script that they've given you to tell me what they're gonna do. So I'm gonna prepare for that.
Wait, first of all, Nick, that's your. I don't know them. I just know what they already brought one person on. What Nick think not to bring on?
I don't know, man. Those sound like the screenshots I got.
Okay. So there's a lot of conversation, and let me just give you a little backdrop if you're not hip to this. So as you guys know, we did the story on how Gil's Arena, which was like the top podcast last year, and then they had all the changes, and they had the new show, The Gridiron, and then both of those shows were filmed in Gilbert's house, and then they had the switch of the brand because Gilbert and the federal case / ownership, and these guys are free agents basically this year. And what's starting to happen usually on any dynamic is, how are we going to move? Are we moving as a unit? Are we moving individually? Are we moving independently? Because they're all in the independent space, and they're trying to, I'm giving you the quiet part that they're not saying out loud, which is everybody going to have opportunities. Don't trip. But are we going to do this together or not? Because I'm starting to see it fracture out. It's an interesting conversation about team building and also how teams got to stay unified, or those hard conversations got to happen. People always say don't mix family and business. Don't mix friends and business with pleasure. This is why, because you would expect them to be able to have the harder conversations respectfully, but maybe not because they're so close you kind of don't want to go there. But that's when you should go there.
It's over, bro. It's over.
You didn't get no screenshots from me.
I didn't say you. I didn't say you. I said the screenshots I got about what they're going to do next.
Listen, bro, I'm done with you attacking us, but when them niggas is talking, you don't attack them.
Who is us?
2005.
Who is attacking y'all? Y'all supposed to be on my team.
Oh, you three niggas is on their side.
Y'all supposed to be on my team. How am I attacking y'all?
Like you attacking us like we the motherfuckers.
How am I attacking y'all? Y'all supposed to be on my team.
2005. I know each one of y'all that came.
Hey, Nick, do you feel attacked right now,
Nick? You got body bag.
Nick, do you feel attacked right now?
Hey, 2005 draft.
Do you feel attacked? You don't feel attacked. Josiah, do you feel attacked?
Body bag.
I'm merely host shot, as you know.
Y'all did before.
Brandon, you feel attacked, bro?
Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Beat it up in the comments, real spit. This is for me, and this is for On the Rocks. I'm trying to do some research and stuff before we bring the show back. We all are. This format, when they're doing this, because I've seen them argue and yell when they're on the couch, and then now I'm seeing them argue and yell when they're on Zoom. How y'all feel about that? Like, is there a difference, or is it the same? Are you digesting this content the same as if they were on the couch is my real question. Let's go.
No problem, dog.
Brandon, you don't feel attacked?
No, you did.
Oh, it's only one nigga that feel attacked.
No, bro, just let it.
The same nigga, only one nigga feel attacked. The same nigga who said that.
No, that's what.
Don't let that point go over your head, even if it's not the right point, even if he's wrong. He basically saying, only one of y'all feel defensive, and I'm trying to say one of y'all is being offensive, and you being defensive is kind of confirming that you are the one that's offending. You get it? You dig?
That's
people sending me.
We are, and I don't like. Yeah.
Damn, no, we feel attacked every time.
This is the consultation, man.
Every time you get attacked, we get attacked from you. Like
everybody playing victim. Everybody playing victim. Everybody should play victim. Everybody should play victim when I show up to do surgery.
Let me get out of there. Blah blah blah. Josiah, shout out to Josiah. He's so funny. Here's the thing. There's maybe some displaced aggression. You know how it goes. You had a bad day at work, and then you come home. Look out, honey. You better duck. He couldn't tell the boss exactly. He couldn't tell the boss, F off. But he certainly could go around his house acting like F off. It's kind of interesting, ain't it? How the game goes, how the game shows itself in those ways. Beat up in the comments because we ain't done. I told you about these hate trains that are going on now in media. As Ryan Clark pointed out, like Rage Media gets the most emotion, most traction. So now it's time to rage on Luka. And boy, are they going at it.
Luka Doncic, because he can get a high percentage shot whenever he wants, it has stunted his development as a player in a lot of respects, right? Because why wouldn't you do that? You want to score on this possession. But as a result, guys are standing around. They're not playing with energy. They're not moving without the ball. They're not touching the ball. They're not in rhythm. They can't get hot from outside. And then on top of that, he complains on every call.
All right, we talked about that yesterday. And they're really trying to say that, Luka, as great as you are, people are saying you're not a winner. And he's been to the championship, so that's kind of gangster. But they're saying you're not going to win with Luka. Now, they're going to be wrong, or they're going to be right until they're wrong. But the point is, we know, looking at the situation, they were better without LeBron. It's a weird formula, but I understand he's 41, 42, so you're like, maybe it's not so weird. But then at the same time, how can you build? Do you build the Lakers with defenders everywhere and just him and Austin and say, let's go?
And doesn't play defense hardly ever. Like maybe the worst defender, one of the worst defenders in the game, even though he has the size to play some defense at least, right?
The first time the Laker fans are really getting the other side of the Luka package with the whining after every call, with the just not getting back on defense, all the little stuff. The stuff that Dallas got fed up with, ironically. I don't think they should have traded him, but stuff that they were getting fed up with. The counter to all of this is Dallas almost won the finals in 24 with him.
Got to the
with a team that
yeah.
was built around him. The irony of this Lakers team, it's the exact team you wouldn't want to build around him, right? 3 guys who kind of need the ball. Any 2 of them don't really know what to do if they don't have the ball, combined with some of the stuff, the stage of LeBron's career.
Luka is supposed to be a centerpiece on the level of Jokic and Wemby and SGA. He's not. He's
definitely not this year.
He's a half step below those guys.
Blah, blah, blah. Hit the like button so we can make sure we get this out there. Hit the like button. Is he a step behind? It feels that way. He ain't the only one. He ain't the only one out there looking a little different. People are like, yo, you making LeBron look like he don't have to look at this age. LeBron still got it in him.
Because the whole thing was, go back and look at when Luka got to the finals, look at what happened. He had the guard. They put him in the pick and roll. He couldn't defend. JB picked him up, made him shoot. He was inefficient.
Right.
It's not rocket science.
Dang.
No. Like I said, I just don't like the luck. Like I said, LeBron is not a guy to stand in the corner. The guy's had the ball for, 90% of his time in the league.
Right.
Now, he don't bring the ball up anymore. That's Austin Reeves, Luka, Marcus Smart. He runs to the corner. Austin Reeves, Marcus Smart gets the ball. He'll come set the pick. They'll give it to him at the nail. He tries to make a play. He'll pass it off.
Right.
They'll do the weave. He gets it, pass it off. No, it's not conducive. That style to what they have right now. Where are they? 5th in the West. They 1 and done.
That's
I don't think they don't match up well with anybody.
Yeah.
Especially if you're 5th, you got to go against 4th. And that's always the toughest matchup. You'd be like, damn, I'm 5 or 4. You'd be like, oh, Lord, we got to play somebody. That 1 versus 8 is, we could go get them. So, blah, blah, blah. It's just all yucky over there in that world, okay? It's all yucky over there in that world. Well, there's more than that. Well, let me say that. Let me say this before we get into a little bit of the U.S. Olympic team, a little more of the politics that's at play. I kind of want to go a little nostalgic right here. Dwayne Wade kind of sat down and broke down what was going on with the LeBron James that he played with. And when they had that issue, remember that issue that they had in 2011 when they were talking, then LeBron melted down, as they said in that series? Well, Dwayne Wade was like, I was there, dog. Let me give you perspective. Y'all ain't got to guess no more. Here it is.
2011. Sorry. But this. I'm the steward of basketball fans in this position. I have to ask you this. LeBron is clearly having some sort of mental meltdown. His mind is his confidence, whatever it is, something is wrong with LeBron. You see this. He's not aggressive. He's passing up shots. He's not driving. It's not LeBron. Yeah. We all know LeBron. That's not LeBron. Was there a conversation you had with him during the finals trying to get to the root of it? What's happening? We need you to snap out of it? Or did you just say, I can't get in, this is his thing to sort out? Or did you just think it'll sort itself out? How do you handle something like that in that moment?
Well, in the moment, I think and I've said it before, is I was on Bron. It's my job. That's our relationship is two of the best players in the game is to make sure that we're pulling it out of each other. And going into the Dallas series, I felt we had two mismatches. I felt that no one can guard me and no one can guard him. And so I'm like, it may be a better team overall, possibly, but we got the two best players. Even though Dirk is one of the greatest players ever, I thought in that series that we possibly could have the two best players from a mismatch standpoint.
Damn, no Bosh love, huh?
And so when I didn't see him performing at the level that I know that I've watched this person perform at since I've seen him play on ESPN in high school, I was like, hey, wait, what's going on? You know what I mean? And I don't know if I approached it the right way at all, but I was on Brian. Like, I'm just trying to get him to get back in his game, to wake up. Because sometimes it does. One thing can happen, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's in the game, and it can just knock your flow and your rhythm off.
Now, you could tell they boys more than teammates because there was an off-ramp right there, and he took it. He was like, I ain't going to keep going down this road, which is, what was it? You know what I mean? Like, we all are still sitting here with the same amount of knowledge. We just got somebody with more experience and more knowledge who didn't give us the knowledge. What was it? Was it physical? Did he get the yips? Was it personal? What was it? Like, I just want to hear that answer too. Come on, Wade.
You know what I mean? And sometimes you need something to happen to go well for you. You need someone to say something. You need someone to believe in you, someone to get on your ass, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I tried the approach. We're best of friends. And so we spend a lot of time together. And so I wanted to get to the root of it because, bro, this is why we got together, to do this. And so he couldn't get out of it. I don't know, what it was. He struggled a little bit. And I go back and I look and I felt like in that series, I probably, because of the mismatch situation, I had the best series, and I had a chance to actually win Finals MVP and we won a championship. Like, I had a really good series. And I look back into myself and I'm like, man, this is why he came here as a leader. It's your job to help lead him. And I feel like I failed my leadership responsibilities in that. And so I don't know if I approached him the right way at all. I just know that, we didn't get the LeBron that we got the next 3 years at that time. And, it was unfortunate for us because I didn't feel like nobody can guard him in that series.
And that's what's tough because now he's sitting there saying, dang, dog, I'm supposed to fill in the blanks. You're LeBron. You just go handle all these things and I'll handle them with you physically, tangibles. But we know in filling in the blanks, it's supposed to be me pouring that concrete. And it didn't happen. So I did fail you because I didn't get the results, coaching, leadership, whatever you want to say, guidance. If we don't get you there, if you're a tutor and your student is failing, how good a tutor are you? You can say the student is dumb. Good luck with that. No bad student, just bad teacher.
Did he engage with you when you had these conversations with him, or would he just try to sort of, like, I'm good?
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to figure it out too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to snap back into it. You're trying to run plays. You're trying to, hey, I get a break. Let me look for you. Like, we know, like, sometime a dunk, a block, something can change, just your rhythm and your flow. And so, yeah, he was trying to figure it out, but you could never catch it and get back into that rhythm and that flow. And then, Dallas starts sensing it. They start switching up their defenses a lot. They start sending a lot of different guys at them to keep them all balanced, whether it was smaller guys like Jason Terry, you had Deshaun Stevenson, you had Sean Marion. Like, they had a lot of guys that they would send at them. And, and then on the other end, they got J.J. Barrera running them around. And so they did a great job of keeping him all balanced. And we couldn't get him into a rhythm and a flow. And we all took that very hard going into the summer. Like, man, like, is it, we know a great player is, supposed to be great. And this is LeBron James, but also too, he came here so we can help him learn how to, win in these moments and be great in these moments. And did we fail him? And I think we all went into the summer like, what could we do better? The coaches and the players. And so, yeah, it was unfortunate. And I was on Brian. I was mad because I wanted us both to be like unstoppable together. And I wanted us to, put that middle finger up to all the haters together in that first year. And like I said, the basketball guys just wasn't on our side because they didn't want to see the ugly side of us. And, the performance that we needed from both of us was not there in that series.
Blah, blah, blah. Who hasn't been there, though, before? You just thought that just because you two were together or you matched this up or you picked this team, ain't no way we could lose, right? I saw this happen in practice. My kids were practicing on Tuesday. And the way that teams got matched up, I mean, they're 10 years old. So even at that age, you can see it. And they really show it on display, right? They had a loaded team. And the other team, just not as good on paper. That team was up like 15. at halftime. And coach was like, y'all falling victim, y'all falling trap to what this is. Like judge, like thinking, oh, we good. We ain't got to go as hard. The little team was killing them. Now, you know how it ended up. They end up coming back and winning. But the point is they had to turn it back on. Like, never turn it off. Like, don't make that value judgment like you could turn it off. And it seemed like maybe that was the failed leadership. Dwayne Wade sounded like he was really, like, dead set and confident, if not cocky on, dog, they can't match up with us. So if you keep saying that, then you may be leaning a little too much, a little ahead of your skis. Well, beat up in the comments. Hit the like button. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Boomer Esiason wants to talk about our American team, right? A little politics. Let's get a little spicier. It's about to go there. Let's go.
It's really, a little bit saddening to me is that nobody's really covering how close these two teams really were and how they were supporting each other.
It's almost like the divide because of the president's FaceTime and the joke and then how it was received.
Exactly.
I know.
And these teams got along so well and they supported each other and of course they're going to support each other. You think that those players on that Americans men's hockey team and the women, the way that they were raised by their families, by the family of USA Hockey, are not going to be supporting each other? And by the way,
yeah, okay. I understand that. But how thinly veiled or how real is the togetherness if the president comes in, causes a riff off of a joke? Oh, it's your response to the joke. So I'm not allowed to laugh. Or will we Will Smith and Jada Pinkett here? I got to go slap the president just to let you know I still love you, girl? Like, he said a joke. It was funny. Or it wasn't funny. But that's okay. That's what a joke does. It either hits or misses. It hit me, it missed you. Do not give me anything else as explanation of why now I got a problem with my dog. If he my dog and somebody clown me or clown him and I laugh, and he like, what you laughing at? I'm like, you got about 3 more seconds. What you mean I'm laughing at? Because the joke was funny. Actually, I'll give you an example after this. It's just a real life example that everyone saw that I understand where he's coming from. I'll give it to you.
some of the players on the men's side did text privately to some of the women's members that they were sorry that they laughed at the president's joke. So that's
go back
how
to what you
sensitive
said.
everybody
Jack
is.
Hughes' mom is part of the staff. You don't think he respects the hell out of that team and those women?
And his mom, to her credit, tried to douse the flames of political fire around all of this. And
we are weird. We are weird. Like, oh my God, look at the rift and division that came from that humor or that attempt at humor. People are so mad, so irate, so upset at Donald Trump, or it could be anybody, but it depends on who it is, and this topic is Donald Trump, that anything that he does will be taken as a weapon of harm, of friend destruction. Like, look, if it's somebody you like saying the same joke, does it hit the same or does it hit different? That's how I want to know. If somebody else said the same joke, who's so likable? If Taylor Swift said, oh, girls, guess what? I'm inviting you to my next concert in the box, on stage too. Oh, bring the fellas too. Anybody?
And it's funny because the players say they don't want it to be political, but when they wrap themselves in the flag and they show up to the State of the Union, in the eyes of the people that hate the president, that's political.
But fair, but
it's not really fair. Who cares? I got to do what you don't want me to do because you don't like them. That's not political. That's personal.
I also
but I'm just saying, like, that's their thought. That I would say, if it were me, and I don't care if it were Obama in office, I don't care if it were Biden in office, I don't care if it's Donald Trump in office.
Sure.
If I get invited by the president of the United States to go to the White House, I am going.
Thank you. Oh, good. You stuck the landing. I was about to say, please don't go there. Hell yeah, you going. Like, why not? You'll get over it. If not, you won't. Sometimes you got to tell your kids that. You ever go there? Either you'll get over it or you won't. Simple as that. Simple as that. We got some more Olympic stuff, but we got more Olympic days, so we'll do that later. we'll do that another time. Let's get into some more spice. Shall we beat up in the comments? Is my comment section working? I see all these people in here, but I don't see the new comments. Tell me if it's working still. Oh, this is a good story. Look how they did CP3. Look at Matt Barnes. Like, I ain't taking it. Matt Barnes. One thing about Matt Barnes.
Was the assistant coach
principal.
for Doc when we were there with the Lob City team. So you already know what and like I said, Chris is going to tell you how it is, not how you want to hear it.
Right.
And I think that probably rubbed some people the wrong way because he wasn't able to produce the way he produced in the past when he said what he said.
Right.
But I'm sure he wasn't wrong.
That's all.
So for him to go out, for the Clippers to do him the way they did him,
it's awful.
Really bothered me.
Great point. Like, it's so many ways to look at it, but there's a part of us that we like, look, dog, if you can't do what you talking about, stop talking about it. If you can't walk that talk, don't talk. But then there's also, you know who you get when you got Chris Paul on your team as a teammate, and you're sitting there like, he ain't lying. Doesn't matter who the messenger is when the message is real, does it? It seems like it does.
And to be honest with you, I think I've only worked one game since then. I had to cancel the game, and I don't think I'm gonna be going back. To be honest with you, Max, because I just think that shit is fucked up. To be honest with you, I mean, you're playing with somebody's legacy. You're playing with somebody's last one. They did
work so
Blake
hard
super dirty when they signed Blake to a big ass contract, and then they trade him to Detroit. I mean, you do your franchise, possibly two of the greatest players that your organization's ever had. You do them dirty. It's just that shit rubs people the wrong way. And obviously, it could be water under the bridge of some people. And the team had played good since he had moved on. But you don't forget bullshit like that.
Right,
and
absolutely.
it's just disappointing that CP didn't get to go out the way he deserved to go out. Arguably a top 5 point guard. We'll get into that debate another day, but CP was one of them.
Yes,
and congratulations on a great, long, prosperous career. Never got that championship, but one of the greatest players to never win a championship. And now, like I told his son, it's on little CP now. So he gets to sit back and get some time with the family and coach his son. And don't be surprised if Chris is not a high school basketball coach.
That's what I
said. First for me.
Don't
be surprised if he's not coaching his son next year.
Right.
Winner
blah, blah, blah. Campbell Hall, look out. CP3, the coach. I just went to their game a month ago, saw CP2. And it was good. He a little baller. Boy, dropping dimes already out there eating. So love to you guys. I just looked at the time and said, God dang, there's so many topics left. It's spicy over here. Cam Newton, Jamie Foxx, and all of the race issues going on. We got A.J. Brown talking about suicide. Is a suicide. We got Lil Yachty talking about old rap sorry. And then this Tez Johnson story, somebody showed me fiance exposed that he was cheating on the day he got engaged. Gangster. But then we got good stories too, like Anthony Edwards, why he supports and respects this little kid so much and wears this wristband. I got to give love to that. But before I give love to anything else, I got to give love to y'all. Make sure you guys are flowing and going. Get your video in you. Let's do it. Let's go. What's good, fam? It's your boy, Marcellus Wiley. And I got to talk to you about something that's been a game changer for me. Y'all know I've been on the comeback trail after my hip surgery. And let me tell you, getting back to 100% ain't easy. I've been looking for anything to give me that edge, to help me bounce back stronger, faster. And that's where Vinia's new blood flow hydration product comes in. Oh, this ain't just another supplement, people. This is about optimizing your body from the inside out. Since I started taking Vinia blood flow hydration, I'm feeling a big difference in my physical therapy sessions and my energy levels. It's helping me get that crucial blood flow where it needs to go, helping my body heal and perform. I'm feeling more vibrant, more ready to tackle whatever comes my way. It's like my body just remembers how to be its best self. And for anyone out there just looking to elevate your daily well-being, this is it. And here's the best part. Vinia is so confident you'll love it, they're offering a 90-day money-back guarantee. That's how you know it's legit. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So head over to the link in my bio, check out Vinia Blood Flow Hydration, and start your own comeback story. Trust me, your body will thank you. Let's get it. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Took my headphones off. Game over, baby. I love for you guys. Have an amazing day. Go get it. Wherever it is, it's to be got. Hey. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here. Because I think the birds.
Time to hydrate. Hydration situation. So.